Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent, family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here today at Frazee High School with Principal Anna Potvin.
Correct.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. And so, how long have you been the principal here now?
I am beginning my 4th year as principal here at Frazee High School.
That's hard to believe. I should know things like that, but obviously I've been out of the loop, but Kitty doesn't keep me informed of these things.
She doesn't. No, the time's gone fast. I can't believe it's 3 years are done.
Well, that's great, and a new school year starting. And so what great things are you involved in that are happening for our students?
Well, this year we're really excited to be, the school board just this week at their August board meeting made a decision to waive all student fee or all activity fees for our athletes at the high school if families fill out the application for educational benefits. So that's the free and reduced lunch application. It does not matter if the families qualify for free and reduced lunch. Just by filling it out, students receive free activity fees to participate in sports and activities.
That's amazing. You know, I mean, if you've got 4 or 5 kids going to school, it's a big cost.
It is. So the activity fees in the past have been $80 for most activities, $40 for a few of our activities, and there's a family cap, but that's going to be a huge savings for our families.
And how did this all come about?
Well, it actually started, we want to figure out ways to get our students to participate in activities, and we also, there are some benefits for the school with educational aid for families who are qualifying for free and reduced lunch, and so we want to get as many people filling that form out as possible. And so at the board meeting on Monday, really the board started talking about just offering free admission to events. And so that is actually happening as well. If families fill out the form, students can get free admission into all of our home activities that are regular season. And then they started talking about, well, what more can we do? What if we waive the fees for our students, because it can be a financial burden for some families. We know there are students who don't participate because the families don't have the money. So by doing this, we're hoping that we can increase our enrollment in student activities.
Well, I think this is just a tremendous thing, you know, and I'm happy to see something like this happen at this time. You know, we talk about, you know, basically assault on the education system and the failure of our governments to fund it like they should 100%, you know, and it's nice to see a change.
Yeah, and I think there's definite benefits for the students, more than just the financial benefit. By participating in sports, students and being involved, they have better relationships with their peers and with adults in the building. And by having those relationships, research shows they're going to do better. They're going to do better in their classes, and they're going to just be more well-adjusted socially, and so overall, I think we're gonna see a lot of great benefits.
Good deal, Anna. And so, what else is happening in your department?
Well, we're gearing up for the start of the school year. So coming up on August 28th, Wednesday the 28th, will be our open house in both the elementary and the high school. So from 4 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, August 28th, students and parents are invited to come into both the high school and the elementary, meet teachers, walk around the building, and just, you know, get comfortable with the new setting.
Do a little schmoozing.
Sure.
Well, Anna, I really appreciate you being on the program, and we look forward maybe to having you on in the future, too.
Sure, absolutely. I'd be glad to.
And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.
Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke, and I'm still up here at Frazee High School with Community Ed Director for Frazee and Perm, Kitty Kivelak. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Hank. How are you? Oops, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm doing just fine. How about yourself?
I am doing great. I'm so excited. One major thing that is new to both Perm and Frazee is that we have become part of the consortium with the Adult Basic Ed in DL. Prior to that, it was in Wadena. And so if anybody wanted to get their GED, we could help them here, but then they'd have to go there to test because it's... So now we're with DL, so people can get the skills they need here and then go over there to Detroit Lakes to test, and same with Perm. So they could go to Perm and get help if they wanted to, but the testing would be done at Detroit Lakes, and we will have a staff person on hand to meet with them. The primary focus of the Adult Basic Ed is to give people the skills that they need either to improve their life or to get a GED or to brush up on things. Some employers pay for their employees to obtain that knowledge, and so we're here to help with math and English and science, and they evaluate you and you take a test and it tells you where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are, and they help you in the areas you need help in. Their primary focus is to help you, not to make you feel ashamed or belittled. It's for anybody, any skill. You just have to be 16 and older, and we can give you that service. And you could just call us and we can give you more information at 334-3181, option 3. And we have paperwork. We can get it all started and go from there.
Well, this is very interesting. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine last night, and I asked him, I said, well, you know, I thought you were, working for this company. He says, well, he says, we got laid off late last year, and they didn't hire me back. He says, I don't have a high school education. I don't have a diploma or a GED. And he says, I'm running into real problems trying to get a job.
Yeah, and we hear that all the time. People, they want people to have that base ground of knowledge, either finish high school or get your GED, and it gives you the foundation to better yourself. What you don't necessarily need to go to college. You could brush up on the skills you need to make you productive in the job you're doing for your employer. So little things like for math, this test tells you, oh, you're really good at fractions, but you need help on percentages. You're good at this, but you need that. Same with the English. And it can be intimidating, but they're here to walk you through it and guide you and give you the skills you need to obtain that degree.
I'm happy that these things are starting to happen here. And I learn things every time I come up here about good things that are happening in the Frazee school system and the area.
Oh, we are an awesome district. And I was at Perm this morning, and they have a great school too, and the same gal will be coming over here, and the DL gals will be coming over here, but we all work together. We're small communities. We're not here to compete. We're here to enhance our community and help our people, and we're not here as a competition. We're here to help our public and educate them.
Yeah, you can bring up the whole region.
Absolutely.
So what else is happening, Kitty? School's going to start.
It is.
Things are popping.
Things are really good. We are working on getting our catalog going. Our secretary comes back here the end of the month, and then we are going to hit the catalog running. We're hoping to have it out the end of October, beginning of November. Just starting back with school starting, it's crazy, and people just don't have the extra money or the time to invest in classes. So I know that for certain age groups, we have all the time is defensive driving. That is continually going, and Denise Lillis runs it. If you ever want to sign up for a class in Vergas or Frazee or Perm or Dent, give us a call at 334-3181, option 3, and we'll refer you over to her and tell you what we have available. Just a lot of fun things coming up. It's like fishing and coming up with the, getting the big fish is finding a good instructor and having a class that's unique and things like that.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on the program, Kitty. I like your excitement. It beams right on through all TV3 land to all those people out there who diligently wait to see if Kitty's going to be on with Hank this week.
Wow, they need a lot of therapy, don't they?
Bless you, dear. And thanks for being on.
Bless you also.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
And with that, remember, Pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. The next person you wave at could be your next best friend. And we'll catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.